On today's Primetime Local News, City Council reviews the museum collection policy to make sure guidelines are more concise. And a Lloydminster native makes the Ottawa Senators coaching staff. Plus, with the fair well underway, we showcase some of the most popular rides and foods.
Lord have mercy. We're spinning.
Prime-time local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Well, as most residents here in the border city know, the Lloyd X Fair is underway with rides, food, and blessed with nice weather. Our Shelby Clark and I got a chance to go check out this year's event and even try the attractions ourselves.
People are gonna like Midway this year.
The Lloyd exhibition grounds are in full swing with families already coming in to try out the games, crazy rides, and the delicious treats. Many kids are especially excited to have the rides back involved for the fair.
What rides look really exciting to you?
That one, and that one, and that one.
We've got a lot of rides to go on today.
Yeah.
Ride operators are anticipating the busy days ahead for this year's Lloyd X Fair. They especially enjoy seeing the smiling faces from all the people attending after a rough couple of years.
Yeah, because we were out like for 2 years and with the pandemic, and we didn't know when it was going to be over. And now the pandemic it's a bit slowing down and things are moving back to normal. Then it's great. It's great being back on the road and being out here again.
The staff are all prepared for the second official day and are excited for their favorite aspects on the job.
The juice, the chips, it's always a fun seeing people moving around, eating, drinking, going on rides, playing games. It's fun out here.
There's not really much I don't love doing about this job. I get paid to scare the hell out of people.
Oh my God! That was curious. What a great experience. Oh my God!
Through the jump scares and spinning, the rides for this year's Lloyd X Fair is not something you want to miss.
Oh, the family, the energy, like first thing in the morning on the jump scares like that starts them off. Like that puts kids in a good mood, puts parents in a good mood. It's a lifestyle. Like not everybody can do it, but it's a lifestyle. And once it gets in your blood, it's like anything. It's like yourself with news, right? You have that passion for it. But here in Lloyd, yeah, it's good to be back. I haven't been here for 21 years. It's really good to be back.
Shelby Clark.
That was crazy. Gotta love the Lloyd X Fair 2022. Wow.
Primetime local news.
Well, for many, the rides are what attracts them to the Lloyd X Fair, but others come for the food. With the fair now back in full force, there's no shortage of treats to try.
Cinnamon sugar on there. Delicious.
Yes, it was delicious. The 2022 edition of the fair features carnival staples like cotton candy, popcorn, candy apples, and of course, mini donuts. Some of the biggest hits have been the deluxe ribbon fries, snow cones, ice cream, and fresh squeezed lemonades are also available because you'll need it. It's going to be hot for the fair.
That's what the fair is about. Eat every and anything. It's all good here. No matter where you go, it's all good food.
Food vendors have seen a good turnout so far and only expect crowds to grow as we head into the weekend.
Well, yesterday was quite busy for the first day. The parade was actually very nice because I saw some unusual stuff that I didn't see before.
Gates are open until midnight tonight and open at 8 a.m. tomorrow, with the fair wrapping up on Saturday. The annual city-run pancake breakfast was once again hosted today as citizens of Lloydminster gathered for a free meal and the chance to share their opinions. Look at all those sausages there. The pancake breakfast happens once a year and all members of the community are encouraged to attend and fill their stomachs for free. Another purpose of the event is to engage the community with the Share Your Voice campaign, a tool the city is using to ensure they understand the wants and needs of the community. People at the breakfast could share what they thought about timely matters such as the 2023 budget.
I want to hear from the community what's important to them. So in the Your Voice survey, we're looking at the budget, and so we're in budget mode right now, getting prepared for 2023, and we want to hear, are you wanting to pay less taxes and less on roads and policing, or are you okay paying a little bit more so we can increase services in the community?
If you didn't have a chance to head out to the breakfast but still want your voice to be heard, visit yourvoiceloyd.ca. Well, there is new updates being made to the museum's collection policy in order to ensure that proper standards and guidelines are being met and followed. For council, discussions of the policy came forward in regards to the mandates, specifically on how the policy groups together all cultural minorities into one. Some members of council thought that there should be a separate mandate in regards to the collections of artifacts related to First Nations people. Well, as you saw early in the show, Shelby and I were out at the X grounds, and it was a beautiful day. But for more on our weather around the region, here's Shelby Clark.
Thank you so much there, Jace. Yes, today was a beautiful day and still is right now here in the border city. We had a great time at those Lloyd X grounds for the Midway and checking out the food. It was absolutely delicious. Great time on the rides. We're even going to be showing up again possibly tonight. We'll see how that goes. Don't know if we'll be doing some of the rides we just tried. A little bit scary, but it's a great time. So hopefully everybody is able to get out there and enjoy it. We are seeing some nice temperatures, and with that mixture of some sun and cloud makes it a great day out there. So please make sure to stop by and enjoy the nice event we got around going at the Lloyd X Fair. And switching now to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan, we have warmed up just slightly on the Alberta side with going from around 24 to 25 degrees in most spots on the Alberta side, 26 for Cold Lake and down in Provost and over in Edmonton, while St. Paul is just hitting that 23 mark. Switching now over to our Saskatchewan side, they are still looking quite warm, a couple degrees cooler than what they were looking at yesterday, with most spots now just sitting at 25 degrees. And we go a little bit lower to Macklin and North Battleford, they are at 26 and 27. And for North Battleford, from that 27, they will be going down to low 14. So have that heat warning in effect right now, and that will continue throughout the evening and throughout the night with that temperature. Then tomorrow, 31 for their Friday there. They will be seeing a lot more sun peeking behind those clouds. So North Battleford will be seeing a quite a warm day tomorrow. Cold Lake will be going down to a low 14 as well, seeing that heat warning. Then they will be looking at 28 tomorrow, seeing that high chance of those showers and that risk of a thunderstorm. So please look out for that. They will be seeing a little bit more sun peeking behind those clouds throughout the day. And for us in the border city, we're going to go down to a low of 13. Perfect temperature for tonight, especially with the events going on here in the border city. So you can stay out a little bit longer if need be. Then tomorrow we're looking at 29, reaching that 30-degree mark once again to start off our weekend. Going to see that heat warning in effect, of course. So make sure you're looking at Environment Canada, staying hydrated, using that sunscreen when you can find some shade, especially when you are going out there on those rides. You know, you're going to be probably sweating a little bit, having a lot of fun. Then we will be seeing a sunny day. And then ending off with our 3-day forecast for tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday. We'll be looking at warm temperatures continuing for the weekend, seeing 23 on Sunday to end it off. So get ready. We're seeing a couple, few beautiful days coming up here in the border city. That's all I have for now. Our Jace Mack will have news coming up after the break.
With Claude Giroux recently signing with the Ottawa Senators on Wednesday, one former NHL player is also joining the Sens.
Takes a look to a break and scores! A breaking Wade Redden is second of the night.
Former second overall pick Wade Redden has been hired by the Senators as a player development coach. The Lloydminster native spent his first 11 seasons with the Red and White, playing over 1,000 games in his NHL career before retiring in 2014. Redden previously spent time with the Nashville Predators as the assistant director of player development from 2016 to 2019 and is excited for his new role in familiar territory.
The timing was right for me after being with Nashville for, I guess, 3 years ago now that I stopped doing that. But the timing was right, and it was a good fit and kind of an exciting time. Obviously, Ottawa has been making a lot of moves, so it's a lot of excitement around here. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Redden will help develop the team's prospects alongside Sean Donovan and Jesse Winchester, focusing more on the younger defensemen. Redden says he's looking forward to provide his knowledge of the game to the younger group.
Seeing these young guys that are hungry and excited to start their career, and hopefully, watch them as they progress to the Senators. So trying to build a winning team here. So you're looking for guys that want to play and want to do what it takes, and that's kind of the fun in it.
The Senators will kick off their regular season on October 13th against the Buffalo Sabres. And now it's the time of the show where we take a look at some of your pictures, your pet pictures that is. Thanks to everyone who submitted their Pet of the Day pictures onto our Facebook page for a chance to win a gift card from the Pet Pad.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Been an exciting and very interesting 6 days of the NACC Championships, and now going into night number 7, I have Greg Buchanan today with us to talk once again about the NACC Championships. And so, Greg, let's start off. Currently leading the NACC Championship at the aggregate is Logan Gorst. What has kind of been his keys to success so far?
I think for Logan, just what he does in the CPCA Pro Tour and what he's done in the past in the WPCA, he just stays consistent. He's never gets too up, never gets too down. You never want to play poker with Logan Gorst because you don't know what cards he's holding. He's that kind of character. But that he's just can be very consistent. He's in a very fast heat in heat number 8. We had some drama in heat number 8 last night, but Logan stayed away from it. And he's the leader right now, and he has a chance potentially to race against his brother in a championship Saturday night.
And then let's talk about Dustin Gorst. His brother, part of the WPCA Tour, as well as Jamie Labicane, are right on his heels. Both of them are within milliseconds for the top spot. What has been their keys to success in being able to compete and kind of with that second lead over 4th place?
Dustin comes into the show with some struggles in the WPCA. He'll be the first one to attest to that. He feels his horsepower is there. He just made some driving errors along the way in the WPCA. So not the season he would like right now leading into the NACC, but he's had some great runs here. Staying consistent is a key for Dusty, and staying away from the penalties here for the next 2 nights. If he does, then he has a shot being that Final Four. For Jamie Labicane, he's had some runs that just left everybody, wow. He had some spectacular runs, and then he had a couple of not so great runs kind of sprinkled between those two. So Jamie Labicane can barrel with the best of them and can run with the best of them. And Jamie Labicane has always been kind of knocking on the door for a Canadian championship. Has been semifinal Saturday, the Calgary Stampede. So he's been at that stage. He just hasn't been able to get on that stage and win it all yet, but this could be it for Jamie.
Jamie obviously is quite used to the track as he was one of the champions last year at the NACC. Logan Gorst and Dustin Gorst both hail from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, just over an hour away from Lloydminster. Does that imply at all the shorter driving times as late Jamie Labicane's also from quite nearby for their success here, or is it just them having a good night?
No, I don't think driving distance on the highway means anything. I think comfortability with the track, and not necessarily that, but even more so to the barn area. And it's not just the drivers getting used to the barn area, it's the horses being comfortable. And if the horses are comfortable, they're going to perform, and they have performed for all 3 of those guys. Dusty Gorse also, he says that Lloydminster is pretty well his second hometown. He played junior A hockey here for the Bobcats in the Bobcats' first year. He's going to be back for the alumni game in September. So Lloydminster is kind of a home for him, and he has some great memories of playing junior A hockey here, and he would love to win a championship here as well.
Opinion, Greg, what do these drivers need to do who are near the top or who are on the outside looking in? There's 2 days left before the championship Saturday. What do these drivers need to do in order to try and get into the top four or keep up their momentum and stay in that top four?
There's two different class of drivers right now. There's those drivers that are in that top four. They want to stay there. They want to be fast. They want to be, most important than anything, be clean. Now, if you're in a driver on the outside and you only have tonight and tomorrow to move up to that top four, you got to throw it all in. You got to, take that risk around the barrels, but you got to make sure those barrels are up. So you got to be fast. But the key thing is being clean. No penalties, and you have a shot. You throw a couple of penalties into it. If you take a barrel tonight, you're done. Who's kidding who? If you're in contention, either in that top four or outside that top four, you take a barrel tonight, you're not making up 5 seconds tomorrow night. So I think more than anything, just be fast, be clean, and see what happens at the end of tonight, see what happens at the end of tomorrow night, and the final four at the end of tomorrow night, racing for a championship on Saturday.
Is going to be an exciting finish to the Lloyd X Fair, as well as an exciting finish to the NACC. Thank you once again, as always, for being with us, Greg. We look forward to more NACC championship action here at PTLN.
Thank you very much, Thomas.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Well, it is an exciting event in Cold Lake this weekend, gearing up for the Cold Lake Air Show. Joined by Major Cale Rennie. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem. I'm already set up in the command post on the airfield. So if you hear some jet noise behind me, that's everybody getting ready for the exciting Cold Lake Air Show this weekend.
Well, let's talk about how things kick off on Friday with this special festival that's happening. Tell me what's planned for that.
Yeah, so on Friday, actually, in the morning, will be final preparations on the airfield. And we will be doing a rehearsal for all the performers. They always do a rehearsal on Friday to make sure that they're good to go for the weekend and get situated in a new location, such as Cold Lake. And then the city of Cold Lake is going to be thrown on the Full Throttle Street Festival. It's a free event on Main Street, Cold Lake. There'll be children's activities, lots of stuff to see and do on Main Street. And then they're going to have some live band performances and beer garden. And at 8 o'clock at night, it'll be a Econoline Crush, the headline act. So all free on Main Street, Cold Lake.
And then the exciting part on Saturday, Sunday you got static displays, you have performers, there's so much going on. Can you kind of give me, I guess, the Coles Notes version of the plans for Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, we have a great lineup for you. It's been 4 years since we've been able to do an air show here in Cold Lake due to the COVID pandemic, canceling the 2020 show. So we're excited. We're ready to go. Lots to see and do in the sky and on the ground. So the gates open at 9 o'clock. You have about 3 hours to take in a lot of the static aircraft. We have huge American transport planes that you'll be able to walk up and inside and take a look around. And then at 12 o'clock, the flying will kick off with the Skyhawks jumping into O Canada. And we've got a good combination of both Canadian and U.S. Air Force assets to excite you, including the amazing F-22 Raptor. If you haven't seen it, it's the most advanced fighter aircraft in the world. It can do things in the sky that you will have never seen other aircraft do. So to me, the F-22 alone is worth the price of admission, but you get that plus all more if you come to the Cold Lake Air Show this weekend.
Now, it does look like it's going to be a fairly warm weekend. What are some things that you should advise people who are attending the show, especially if they're doing an all-day show? Some precautions maybe that they should be taking and things they should be thinking about when coming to a show, because it is really hot on that tarmac.
It absolutely is. We're obviously monitoring the weather here. So if you go onto our website, coldlakeairshow.com, we have a frequently asked questions page that answers all those type of administrative questions of what you can bring in the show and stuff. But it's going to be hot. So bring a refillable water bottle. We have 2 water stations for free water. Bring your sunscreen, bring some bug spray just in case the bugs are out. It's going to be hot, but hopefully good weather on both days. The show is set up to go rain or shine. And whatever we can put up on the air, that's what we'll do. But there's plenty to see on the ground as well.
Well, I noticed on your social media that you posted that you also have a special guest attending, Maverick, it looks like, from Top Gun. Will he be at the show as well as the festival?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of hits on our social media called California Cruise. He's a Top Gun, Tom Cruise impersonator. He was ranked actually the #1 attraction at the Portland Air Show about a month ago. It's quite funny. Check out our social media page. You'll get a good laugh. But yes, he's arriving on Thursday, and he will be downtown on Friday at the Full Throttle, and then he'll be walking the air show grounds Saturday and Sunday. He's very engaging, very dynamic. It's actually quite funny. We think he'll be a real hit with the crowd.
Is there anything else that people should know when coming to the show? I mean, obviously you direct them to the website, but if this is the first time attending a show, obviously it's loud. So if you have some kids coming with you, especially younger kids, maybe some precautions that should be taken that way as well.
Yeah, for sure. You can, there'll be earplugs. If you have earplugs, I'd bring them, or ear defenders. Yeah, young kids, we have a kids zone for the kids to get out of the sun, so they can, it's in one of the hangars. There'll be some bouncy castles and stuff and a car show. So, if the kids are getting a little bit too much sun, you can always bring them over to the other side.
And is it too late to purchase VIP tickets? Are those all spoken for?
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to cut off VIP just due to numbers for the caterer, but we're about 17,000 tickets sold already. So Saturday is going to be busy. I would say anyone in the local area, Sunday's your better shot for less lines and stuff. But Saturday is always the busier day just because of the out of town crowd that comes up from outside Cold Lake and the Lakeland.
All right. Well, we're wishing you very much luck with the show. And one more time, can you give us the place to go for people to find all the information they need?
Absolutely. Check out our website and social media, coldlakeairshow.com. Hopefully we'll see you out here this weekend. It's going to be great weather, great to be over COVID, and let's have some fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you luck. It's going to be an exciting weekend. I can't wait to take in everything that this show has to offer. It's always an amazing show. So congratulations on a successful event. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes that I don't think people know. So congratulations to you and all your volunteers as well.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. 2 years in the planning, and we're excited.
Looks like they're going to have some good weather for that show that's exciting up in Cold Lake. This is all the time we have for our first hour of Primetime Local News. Thank you for joining us, and stay with us. Our second hour continues next.